What's up, peasants? My name is JB, and I'm here today with, well, kind of the team builder for the PCL Week 3 against the Chicago Shaman Sky, coached by Serene Grace. The team builder will be at some point in this video, but before we get to that, we have a little bit of house cleaning to do. As you can see right here, we have a few Pokemon that were on our team. We have our Mega Venusaur, our Omastar, Chandelure, and our Hydreigon. So you might be able to understand where this is going, but I decided to go ahead and make some transactions. Not really any glaring reason why I decided to make these transactions. It wasn't that I didn't like the team or I didn't think the team was good. I just felt like the team was missing a little oomph, I guess, and I wanted to just shake things up because I wasn't really enjoying prepping with this team. I didn't think it was that great. I felt like it could be better, so I decided to go ahead and make a few transactions, and by a few I mean going ahead and blowing my entire wad of transactions and, you know, just having a little bit of fun, shaking things up a little bit. So I decided to drop Mega Venusaur, Omastar, Chandelure, and Hydreigon to pick up 4 new mons. I'll go over the reasons why I decided to drop these mons here in a second. Decided to drop Mega Venusaur pretty much because it just felt too passive and too reliant on me not bringing Lele to have a good matchup a lot of the time, because Hydreigon doesn't really like switching into coverage moves from psychic types like Focus Blast and whatnot, so I felt like those two with Lele, like Venusaur, just did not really pair well with the team. Decided to drop Omastar just because it's good in theory, but honestly, looking at matchups and stuff like that, I'm never gonna bring it. It didn't feel good on the team, so I'm probably never gonna bring it. So yeah, I just decided to get something else in that slot. Chandelure, kind of a victim to I want that, so I need to get rid of Chandelure. And same for Hydreigon, pretty much kind of fell victim to I need to get rid of something to fix that. So yeah, that's sort of what it was. Well, less so Hydreigon. Like I wanted to try to keep Hydreigon, sort of, but when I picked up the new mon that I got, I was like, yeah, okay, Hydreigon can go, when I decided on the mon. So Hydreigon sort of went, and then Chandelure was like, oh hey, that's a really good idea to get rid of the other thing, but I kind of like Chandelure, but I needed grass type now since I'm dropping Venusaur, yada yada yada. One thing led to another, and I got really excited about dropping both of these mons as well, so I did that too. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the new mons we picked up. First off, this is just a Mimi Bitch the Dinosaurs team. You can have it if you want, and this is a free-for-all team. I don't know why they're in the lab, but they are. Anyway, Pokemon we decided to pick up. I mentioned in my draft analysis that I wanted Mega Gyarados. I felt like this team needed a little bit more oomph physically, so I picked up fucking Mega Gyarados. It's one of the most underrated Megas in the entire format, in my opinion. Just look at these offensive stats, man. 155 physical attack is just ridiculous. Fantastic bulk as well. A little bit on the slow end, but honestly, with the speed tiers that my team had, kind of fits. Kind of works. Kind of alright with it. Yeah, I really like that, and it feels good, man, to have this on the squad. Just an absolute offensive monster. And like I said, it provides us with that just a little bit more oomph that I felt the team needed. So next up, I decided to grab Slurpuff for Omastar. I felt like it just provided the team a little bit more utility. Being all around decently bulky, not great, but decently bulky. Access to Unburden is nice because I do still have Tapu Lele on the squad. So yeah, we have that. And that is that. Aside from, you know, obviously being Unburdened, decently bulky, provides us another fairy type with actual clerical options outside of Finny. That was, Lele rather. That was the main thing I was looking for in these transactions, was I wanted a cleric. The only ones really available that I thought were any good were Umbreon, Slurpuff, and Aromatisse. And I decided to go with Aromatisse over Slurpuff because I felt like it provided just a little, or Slurpuff over Aromatisse rather, because I felt like it provided a little bit more versatility for the squad. So that's what we did there. Again, you know, obviously Aromatherapy, access to Belly Drum is incredible, but it has also access to Heal Bell and Wish, which, again, not the best user of Wish, but at least I have access to Wish on the squad now, which is nice. And of course, you know, Sticky Web as well, being incredibly useful. Yeah, you know, it can do some things. It's pretty solid. And again, it also provides a little bit more oomph because you have to treat Belly Drum Slurpuff like the threat it is, and that's nice. Now, next up, speaking of oomph, this is what we decided to drop Chandelure for. I feel like, honestly, Kyurem is one of those mons that I've wanted to grab for a while, and this thing definitely provides some oomph, let me tell you. Not really missing out on a whole lot in terms of that special attack, special wall breaking that I lost out with Chandelure, because I kind of just have a lot still, kind of, base 130. It's pretty good. Special attack set. Pressure's a decent ability, can be useful. But yeah, Kyurem just provides another, really solid special wall breaker. Obviously a great dragon type. Clicks really strong dragon moves, earth powers, good coverage, and it does all sorts of things. And it's a mon I wanted to try, and it fits the squad, and it kind of helps a little bit. Not really with the speed tiers, because it's the same as Lele. It's sort of the same issue that Hydreigon had, but it's just a little bit more oomph for the squad, and I like it. Just a little bit more oomph, while not like crippling our team building. I don't know. And then last but not least, I valued having a grass type over a fire type because I felt like this team didn't really need a fire type. I have a lot of fire coverage on the squad, and my team's not that weak to things that fire would be good against. So I decided to go with Decidueye, as I preferred having that extra ground switch in because my team was looking pretty weak to ground. And yeah, all in all, Decidueye provides us with another defogger, which we lost out on a couple of defoggers. I believe we lost on. Yeah, we lost on a defogger. So it provides us with another hazard removal option, which is nice. Also has haze, and it's a fantastic underrated setup on having access to a Swords Dance and Nasty Plot, as well as Baton Pass. Like I already mentioned, defog, it's a good haze mon, and I'm very comfortable with Decidueye. It's a mon I like a lot, and I felt like it helped the team. And like I said, didn't really feel like I need a fire type because my boy Dorian, who's my front office member, decided to go ahead and drop a little bit of knowledge on Midley that he felt we didn't need a fire type because the team was flames as it is. So yeah, shout out to Dorian for that. But anyway, so this is what the squad looks like now. We have Lando T, Dorian, or Lando T, Zeraora, Dorian, fucking goddamn it, man. Empoleon, Mienshao, Slurpuff, Claydol, everything's still the same, of course. And then we have Lele, Decidueye, Kyurem, Swellow, and Mega Gyarados. All in all, I feel like the team just has, like I said, that little bit more oomph, slightly more bulk, and then we have a Cleric option. You can see I've already started prepping a little bit. I haven't built a team as of when I'm recording this. I'm recording this on the 13th. Probably going to build tomorrow, or the next day, or whenever I get around to it before we play, obviously. But yeah, you can just see what we have right now. This is the start of the team. Who knows if I'll still be running sub DD dual stab. But that is the transactions portion of this video, and I will go ahead and get you guys into the team builder. What is going on, peasants? My name is JB, and I'm here today with my Week 3 team builder for the PCL. This week we are taking on Serene Grace, coach of the Chicago Shaman Skies. You can go check her out. Her link will be down in the description. She is currently rocking a record of 0-2, -6. We are 1-1 with 0 differential, so should be a fun matchup. And her team is pretty scary. She has a few threats that put in a lot of work against me, but overall, should be pretty, even in terms of matchups. It's just gonna come down to, what every Pokemon game should come down to, like prepping, whatnot. So like I've mentioned before this, our changes are in effect for this game, so we will be prepping with the new squad. And yeah, should be a fun time. I'm really excited to try out these changes, but let's go over Sarah's team before we move along too much further. First off, she has the Scizor, Rotom Wash, Gardevoir, Shaman with Z moves, Silvally, Hitmonchan, Naganadel is her S tier, Mamoswine, Talonflame with Z moves, Gigalith, and Mega Sableye. So Scizor is a goddamn threat. Yes, I know I have Lele, so that takes away Bullet Punch spam, but U-Turn just puts in a lot of work against my team, so it doesn't feel good to take, Adamant, Max Attack, potentially even Choice Banded U-Turns. Like, over time, that's just gonna hurt, and it's gonna allow her to get in threats like her fucking Naganadel and Mamoswine. Mamoswine also puts in a ton of work against me. Gigalith, not really that much of a threat. Sableye, not really that much of a threat. Hitmonchan, not a threat at all. I don't see there's any way to bring Hitmonchan. I have double Psychic, double Fairy, double... yeah, I have a ton of things for Hitmonchan, not scared of that at all. A bulky Silvally could put in work, like if she finds the right type, like Silvally Water perhaps puts in a lot of work. It can switch into Lando relatively well, gets access to Ice Beam. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Shaman can do okay. Sea Flare's a little bit annoying for my team, but Due to a couple of our pickups, I think we should be fine taking Seed Flares most of the time. Don't really like taking them, but we can. Gardevoir, super annoying mon. I could see a Scarf set putting in work. I could see like a sub called Mindset putting in work as well. Gardevoir is a little bit scary. Rotom Wash, depends. Physically defensive set can be pretty damn annoying. Offensive, if she goes Scarf, which I could also see in this matchup, a little bit, not quite as scary, but could still put in work. But physically defensive Rotom is a little bit annoying for my squad. And then Scizor, like I mentioned, is a humongous annoyance with U-turn being just completely fucking busted. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the team. I built this team in call with mostly Dorian helping me out, but I want to give another shout out to Spedshed, who gave me a couple ideas, and you know, Sock and Brendan were also there, just, you know, sort of hanging out, pitching in ideas if they heard something come up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Mostly the Dorian and Sped. Shout out to those two. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the squad. First off, Oswald, the Empoleon, with an Assault Vest, moves are Scald, Ice Beam, Flash Cannon, and Hidden Power Fire. So with the Spadef investment that we have, max HP, as well as the Assault Vest, we are never 3-hit KO'd by Modest Life Orb Thunderbolt from Naganadel after Rocks. So if she goes all out with Modest, like max special attack, Modest, and a Life Orb, we are never 3-hit KO'd by Thunderbolt. Otherwise, Naganadel cannot touch this Pokemon. I always 2-hit KO with Ice Beam, and this is considered Naganadel checked with this thing. The only move she can click against me is Thunderbolt, and again, never 3-hit KO'd. We have speed for uninvested Scizor, which I don't really see coming, but it could be a thing. It was nice to have. If she is that, though, if she is that uninvested Scizor, I 3-hit KO it with HP Fire. However, if she's like a random max speed, max attack variant, there is a chance to 2-hit KO if she's not specially invested in any way. Especially defensive invested in any way, I should say. And there is a chance to 2-hit KO that set. But again, I wouldn't outspeed that, so a little bit redundant of speed, but I felt like it was nice. You know, I could potentially snag a burn on a switch, or, you know, just outspeed and click HP Fire. Like, it was a surprise HP Fire if I'm faster, if she's in range of it and whatnot. And yeah. So we also have Scald, just because it's nice, you know, to spam Scald. Hits Mammal on the switch, hits, you know, pretty much anything that wants, you know, that doesn't want to take a Scald, Gigalith, whatever it's called. Flash Cannon's nice tech for Gardevoir, and then I already explained Hidden Power Fire. Next up, making its debut, we have Dark Skies, the Mega Gyarados, which is a reference to my favorite album of 2018, which is the album Dark Skies by Fit Fairy King. Go check them out. Great band, great album. Anyway, this set, you can see, is obviously Mold Breaker. The moves are Dragon Dance, Crunch, Waterfall, and Fire Blast. So what we have here is a pretty random set. So we have speed for uninvested Silvally, which Dorian suggested would be a good thing to outrun in case she ran like a Thunder Wave variant, like a bulky Thunder Wave variant. That could be pretty damn annoying, so I don't want to get Thunder Wave. I can, you know, I guess Dragon Dance on that. I'm not really sure why that's necessary, but it's, you know, fine. It also allows me to outspeed like a Rotom speed creeping, like an uninvested. It allows me to like speed creep a Rotom Wash speed creep, basically, which is also nice. Yeah, that's that. Then Fire Blast with the amount of special attack we have. Oko's max HP Scizor, so that's very nice. I decided, you know, +1 Waterfall does 2-hit KO, but I don't want to take that U-turn. I don't want to take U-turn damage, because Scizor's the only thing stopping this thing from just outright winning, pretty much. So yeah, I just decided to run enough special attack for Fire Blast to kill. If I miss, then that's Pokemon what the fuck ever. But yeah, Fire Blast can Oko Scizor, and then we have we also have enough bulk to live a timid Seed Flare from Shaman. And we can 2-hit KO most things. Like I need to find the calcs we have in chat. We Oko Mammal Swine at +1. We 2-hit KO. You 2-hit KO physically defensive Rotom, Max Phys Def Rotom with Crunch after Rocks at +1. We 2-hit KO Shaman, Max HP Shaman at +1 with Crunch after Rocks. Again, like, if I get the +1, I can 2-hit KO pretty much everything. If I get the +2, the game is over. Just with Waterfall and Crunch, because she has nothing that wants to switch into that. Naganadel drops the +2 Crunch. yeah, it's lots of stuff drop into +2 crunch and +2 waterfall. Like nothing on our team really appreciates switching in. That's again why a max like HP max fizz death Savali water could be a thing that we see coming this game, because that can take on this relatively well. But again, I believe that dies to 2 crunches as well at +1. I'm not sure at +1, definitely at +2, because I'm a Mega Gyarados. Even with the little physical attack investment that I do have, I can still put in a ton of work. The max HP was just there so we could take hits better in general. That's not what we need to live the Timid Seed Flare, but it does allow us to live a Timid Seed Flare. We could get away with a little bit less, but we decided to just run max just to take, you know, random hits from everything better. Well, max, you know, yeah, with the negative -1 number. Also, worth noting, Intimidate, because this is a first turn Mega Roll, so we have to run Intimidate, so we do have a double Intimidate core going on. And that's pretty cool as well. Next up, we have Yooka-Laylee, the Tapu Lele with Trust Scarf this week. Moves are Psychic, Moonblast, Energy Ball, and Hidden Power Fire. Speed is for the Scarf Rotom. If she wants to bring a Scarf Rotom, it also outspeeds Scarf Gardevoir or Scarf Mamoswine. That's nice. We have Psychic, Moonblast, Energy Ball, and Hidden Power Fire. Basically just here to click Super Effective button. Is a good soft check to Scizor, meaning if I know she's going to click Bullet Punch, I can go hard into Lele, and terrain will allow that to not be effective. And then I can bop it with an HP Fire. Depending on her spread, it can one-shot or two-shot. So yeah, that's pretty much that. And we Moonblast for shit like the Sableye, the whatever, Psychic obviously for Noggin to Delge, drops that. And honestly, I thought about running Focus Blast for Mamoswine, but Energy Ball hits it pretty hard. I think Psychic would do more, and then also having Energy Ball for Rotom is nice. So that's that. Next up, we have Decidueye. I'm debating on, nicknames for this. I don't really know what. I should probably go with another DC villain. That'd be cool. Is there like a Batman villain? I mean, we could just go Robin, but lame. We'll see. I'll have a nickname. I won't forget like I did with Hydreigon. Feels bad. Hydreigon never got a nickname. That's unfortunate. But we have a specially defensive Decidueye here with Defog, Spirit Shackle, Leaf Blade, and Roost. The minimal speed investment is for Hitmonchan, which I don't think she'll bring, but I want to have speed for that thing for some reason, so I can, spin block against it or whatever. I'm not really sure why. It's just like, I felt like it was sort of necessary to have speed for that, just so I could hit it, even though there's really no way she'd bring it. There's nothing else worth speed creeping on our team, because if we sped crap Rotom, it would be, something like ridiculous, like 132 speed, I think it was. Yeah, it's 132 speed outspeed on invested Rotom, so yeah, that's what that is. How much did I have? It was that. And yeah, that's basically it. It's just dual stab. It's mainly here as a defogger this week, as you can pretty painfully obviously see. I don't really have the best defog options this week, but I wanted something with defog, and it was better than Claydol, because unfortunately Claydol just doesn't do that much this game, because there's a fucking Rotom and a fucking Shaman right there. But aside from that, dual stab, this thing's dual stab actually does hit her team pretty damn hard. Spirit Shackle's nice for stuff like Gardevoir, for just trapping like Silk Valley Water perhaps, and not letting that thing really do much. I mean, I do have Ice Beam, or I know that thing does get Ice Beam, but and as well as Flamethrower, but I mean with Max Fidef, I should be able to take that and potentially 1v1 it with Leaf Blade if it is Leaf Blade plus Roost, if it is the Water Silvally, which I do expect, sort of. I could also sort of 1v1 Rotom if she doesn't have Will-O-Wisp, if it's an offensive Rotom. I don't know if Spirit Shackle traps Levitators. That would be something that I should probably check out, but I think it does. Who cares? I mean, I still have Leaf Blade to hit it. I can Roost off damage or whatever. I thought about U-turn over Roost, but I feel like Roost for, general longevity would be a little bit better. Anyway, next up, we have Skywalker, the Landorus with Yache Berry. The moves are Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Superpower, and U-turn. So, we have speed for plus speed nature, Gardevoir, and Mamoswine respectively. They're both base 80s. We have the Yache Berry because fucking goddamn Mamoswine's a monster. After rocks, I kill with Superpower. That's why Superpower is necessary, because Mamoswine is a goddamn threat. Jesus Christ, Mamoswine's a threat. Then we have, of course, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, for everything not named Rotom, and then we have U-turn to pivot out on said Rotom and get the hell out of there. Basically, just hit or click rocks and weirdly be a check to fucking Mamoswine, because why not have your Landorus Therian be a Mamoswine check? Because you're an idiot. Basically, though, my plan is sort of to tentatively lead off with Skywalker. Click rocks as she goes hard into Mamoswine, live the hit, and She comes in and rocks, gets the chip I need. I'll live the Ice Shard and kill with superpower. I should also live a Icicle Crash with the Yachi Berry. I should probably want to count that, but I should be fine. And then last but certainly not least, we have Kyurem. Again, still thinking of a nickname. We'll come up with one before the battle, but we have a pretty cool set. We have Subtoxic, Hidden Power Fire, and Ice Beam with leftovers. This was the spec that Sped helped me out on, so shout out to him for this. Basically, she does not like dealing with Subtoxic Kyurem at all. Her only real ways of dealing with it are Naganadel, which outspeeds, which I have Empoleon that can always pivot in on, and then Hitmonchan, and then Scizor to hit it super effectively. Outside of those three mons, this can pretty much 1v1 her entire team. I really wanted to fit Roost on this set instead of like Hidden Power Fire, but it's just necessary to hit Scizor on the switch in and stuff like that. But other than that, like, this can 1v1 Rotom, this can 1v1 Shaman, this can 1v1 Sableye. If I can catch it on the switch, even without catching it on the switch, I can still 1v1 it just with sub Ice Beam most of the time. This can 1v1 certain Silvally sets as well. Like, this thing just 1v1s like almost her entire team, specifically like her bulkier mons like the Rotom, the Shaman, the Gardevoir, the Gardevoir if it's not synchronized, that is, hopefully it's Trace. And yeah, it just puts in a ton of work defensively. Ice Beam just hits everything outside of Rotom and the potential Silvally Water, which again is something that I would not be surprised to see. And yeah, it just puts in a ton of work, just toxicking and spreading things. We have speed for, oh god, what do we have speed for? We have speed for the max speed base 80s again. I believe it's the same number, right? Yeah, we have speed for plus speed nature, Gardevoir, and Mamoswine, excuse me. Words are hard, dude. But yeah, basically the plan is to sub up on something like Shaman or Rotom. Rotom's hidden fun story with the Spadef investment we have. Scarf Rotom with max special attack, never to hit KOs or substitute with Volt Switch, which is just funny to me. Hydro Pump never breaks or sub from any Rotom, so yeah, we can sub. This thing subs all over Rotom basically, and we can go from there. And basically, yeah, just sub toxic things, click Ice Beam when it's super effective, click Ice Beam when it's not super effective against most things as well. And then we can catch Scizor on switches with Hidden Power Fire. I always do a KO even max HP because Kyurem is a fucking monster. So that is a squad, and let me know what you think. Let me know who you think will win down below. Let me know what you think of the matchup, and drop some nicknames for me. Although I will probably have played the game before you guys see this. If I come up, if you guys have better nicknames, I wouldn't be opposed to changing said nicknames for you guys, perhaps. But anyway, that is a squad, like I said. I will see you all for the game tomorrow. Peace out.